Hope you're all still awake. Late Night Mega here. And it is time to go to the last place, the Central White area. We're going to pick X because obviously we have a body piece to collect. And 0. And yeah, why not? We'll pick Lair. Because the actual stage aspects, well, this is a Ride Chaser stage.
The environment is in great danger. The research center system is down. Don't fall down any crevasses on the way there.
Crevasses? That's just a weird way to say that. I can't get over that. It's crevices. Don't fall down a crevice, not a crevasse. It just sounds so weird. Anyways, so Ride Chaser stage, as you can tell, this is very much not like the boring, slow Ride Chaser stage we got in Mega Man X7. We're automatically moving. What you can do, however, is you can hit the circle button to dash ahead, and you can hit the X button, like we did there, to slow down. And the slowdown is useful when you have an enemy pop up behind you, and you just go to the side of them so they're not in your direct line of sight, and then slow down, and you can send that enemy like flying off and crashing into another enemy. But we'll show that off at some point. It's hilarious, and I love that design. It's fast-paced, it's intense, it's everything a Ride Chaser stage should be. This is something that X8 does do well. This is probably one of my more favorite stages. I always miss that health. We are now approaching a flying object. So it's our mini-boss of the stage. You can see X can still charge up his shot. Yeah, that's... 0 will shoot out blade-like things that are a bit wider than X or Axel's shot, and Axel can do his machine gun effect. Like all these shots you see me doing with X, I have to keep pressing the button, so they're all a little bit different on the Ride Chaser. And you gotta be careful there. You just want to wail on this guy when you get the opportunity to. Ow. I need both X and 0 alive after the Ride Chaser part. We're going to tag out to 0 here. You can see 0's shots a bit wider. The extra width, it is useful. It does come into play. It's not just an aesthetic change. I'm so bad at picking up all that stuff that's dropping, but it's not dropping like huge red or purple metals, so we're fine. And also speed up to zoom past them, though I kind of forget about speeding up, but you saw there how we made the one bite crash into another. Yeah, there we go. I love that. Now, don't get me wrong, the stages in Mega Man X8, basically all of them, when I first played this, I took multiple game overs too. But you know what? I'm kind of used to that. I'm kind of okay with that. In fact, whenever I play a new Mega Man game, new official Mega Man game, shall we say, I expect to take game overs at most of the stages. That's just the way Mega Man's always kind of been for me growing up. New Mega Man game would come out, I'd play it, and I'd get a whole bunch of game overs on every stage, and then go to a different stage and do that. Which is why I needed to play this game a few times before LPing it, because it wouldn't make much sense to LP a game and just take tons of game overs everywhere and swap stages and all that. But yeah, overall, and the more I'm playing it, because I did a couple practice runs, and I'm doing this run now, and the more I'm playing it, the more I kind of like this game. I do still have some issues with having to repeat certain stages way too many times. Burn Rooster, and what's the other one that you have to go to like Burn Rooster is the one you have to go to like 3 times. There's another one I really did. Bamboo Pandemonium. I really dislike his stage. Because they took ride armors, which are supposed to be cool, and made it into a slow escort mission. But here, we don't have a slow escort ride armor. We have, or ride chaser. We have fast-paced, you know, flying through, run and gun. This is what ride chaser should be all about. Yeah, I want to avoid this guy. Okay, he's going that way. We need to get up to hit him. We are taking significant damage. Which is not good, because I mentioned we need both X and Zero to be alive after... Well, this is the last mini-boss of this section. And when we kill this guy, then we get to... We'll be at the actual, like, short segment stage thingy. It's really not much of a stage. It's just like, if you have the right powers and people, you can get items. You can get the 2 items that are in the stage. And that's all it is. And then there's the boss gate. Oh, there we go. Ooh. That round was a bit more difficult. And then randomly there's a wall there. Don't know where all that came from, but whatever. So to get up here, you have to have Zero. You need to do that double jump. Now these ice blocks, you might think, let's use fire, but no, we're going to use Optic Sunflower's weapon. And that's how we get the X capsule. Alright. And another very convenient thing that I'm about to notice is that once we get a new part...
I hope this is the last time we need to use weapons of war like this, X. I really do.
Our health will be fully charged. That's very nice. Now, to get this other part, what the game intended you to do was to have Axel and Zero, so basically repeat the stage second time. You don't have to do that if you have Zero's electric attack from Gigabolt Manowar, which I'm not able to use, there we go, effectively. Yeah, you saw it there. It's very tricky to get this lined up. It's also very tricky to get that double jump to get up here lined up. You have to be at, like, right at the spot where... Well, right at the spot where you see where I'm jumping. Anywhere else and you won't quite make it. So yeah, I'm going to give this a couple more tries, and then I'm going to cut to... I'm going to cut like about a minute of this out, and then you'll see the successful spot. It's really tricky, and it's... In my opinion, it's not really consistent on how to get this to line up appropriately so you can actually make it over there. In both my test runs, I was not able to actually get this consistently working. It's just kind of like try and try again for 5 minutes, and then I get it. So, yeah, I don't really have too many tips here for you. Okay, I guess the tip is to be coming downward after your jump. I guess. Okay, well, we got it. We don't have to return with Axel. And this boss, we have his weakness. He is weak to the thunder weapon.
X, can you hear me?
Now you're going to tell us... Bombarded by freeze attacks. From an Ice Maverick. From Avalanche Yeti. You don't say. Lair. Like layers of uselessness. Okay. And since we got fully charged on X, I am expecting to win on the first try. See, here we go, talking about ideals again.
What is Sigma trying to do?
We're not going to tell you.
Master no longer considers your world to be
Oh, the world is not ideal. So we're going to fix it by destroying everything. And resetting the world, because it needs to be reset. Because it's not ideal. And some people do bad things, and they're selfish and greedy. Therefore, destroy everything. I really don't like when the plot of the X games and Zero and ZX games get wrapped up in these battles over ideals and such. Whatever. They're the bad guys destroying stuff, and we're going to destroy them. Be careful when Avalanche Yeti does that attack where he's got the snow spinning around him. That's the attack that will freeze you. Well, there you go. Somehow I lost my weapon that I was using. We'll let Zero have a little fun here. Hitting him with Zero's Raikosen, I think that's how it's pronounced, is kind of tricky. Okay, well, we're going to be X now, because Zero just got punched in the face. That's supposed to be my move. Oh, we're frozen, and we can't... You can eventually break out of it. Now, here we go with his special move. Yeah, he drops his barrier like near the end of doing it. Basically, just these giant snowflakes will rain down on you. You can destroy them. They will damage you if you touch them. One thing I don't like about the, I mean, I like the concept of a quick charge, but in this game, I don't like the Icarus Buster's fully charged shot because it freezes you in place. It really doesn't do, in my opinion, the damage output it needs to justify the being frozen in place and essentially taking damage for using the fully charged shot. So it was more tricky in that battle to use the fully charged shots, or rather the charged shots that I like to use, which is a step below fully charged, because it just charges up so dang quickly. So yeah, I'm not going to use Head Parts H, because in my opinion it does not go well with the rest of the Icarus armor, specifically the Buster. Though if you want to charge up special weapons, that'd be the way to go. Gee, you think, Axe?
It's obvious that Sigma's involved, but things are bound to be different this time. It doesn't seem as if he's controlling these new Mavericks like puppets.
It's like they're making their own choices.
Be him.
That's a
Do you
creepy...
mean copies of Sigma?
I'm not sure. So far, all the sites attacked have been related to the Jacob project. Oh, I'm picking up
That's a
the
creepy
transmission.
thought. They're not ever going to fully explain it to us, are they? Axe's face, it just looks so weird. Sigma.
Sigma! Long time no see, X. You just don't know when to quit, do you? Don't worry, X. It'll all be over soon and we'll never have to meet again. All the primitive space development of your world now belongs to me. What? Space? That's right. Our future lies in the sky. Your old world has outlived its usefulness.
If you just want to go do space development, just go off into space and do space. Destroying Earth does not...
I'm merely ushering evolution along its natural
Like, you can do space development without destroying the Earth. You can just go out into space as far as you want and do whatever you want.
Sigma was really after the Jacob project all along.
You don't have to be provoking the Maverick Hunters to do that. I don't
If you
get it.
stop to think about it, it makes a lot of sense.
Why are you shocked that he's been after the Jacob Project all along? We've known this since the first episode, when Vile captured Lumine and said, "We now control the orbital elevator." Oh my gosh.
Sigma's transmission was disrupted by the orbit of the satellite. This is lucky. The elevator is still functional, so we can use it to get to him.
The plot of this game. Alright, time for the final stages, which we'll get into next time. We also have new music on this stage select screen.